Hello guys, here I am, less fat later. As some of you may know, I live in Las Vegas and I accepted the drop 20 pounds in 6 weeks challenge, and well, the 6 weeks have passed by and here I am to share my results. Well, today is April 18 and it is day 1 of my raw fitness challenge. I am aiming to lose 20 pounds. I am at close to 140, the heaviest I've ever been. So I guess I should start with telling you guys why I decided to join the challenge. I don't know if you guys can relate, but I feel like there's a point in life where you just don't care. You eat, and you know it's bad for you, but it's so good, and you don't stop yourself. You just don't give a crap. You hit that level of doing. Well, I hit that level and a little further. I work for TV, so looking a little heavy is not okay because the camera already adds 5 to 10 pounds. So yeah, and you know, it was like a cycle of hitting that same mark over and over and over again. I would give up and then start over again and then give up, and you know, constantly doing it over and over again. And I hit that for real mark where I needed to do the difference. And well, I came across the Raw Fitness Challenge, and my boyfriend sort of dragged me into this, so thank you, honey, I love you for that. But we decided to do this together, and well, here I am to share my result with you guys. The challenge consisted of 2 things. The first one is eating healthy, sticking to a diet that is given to you according to your sex. So I got the diet for the females. And you had to follow that specific diet for 6 weeks. And the other part of it was the working out portion, which was a requirement of 4 times a week minimum, up to 6 days a week if you wanted to, for 1 hour a day. And that's it, workout and eating health. Now you guys are probably all wondering, did she lose the 20? Did she not lose the 20? Drum roll please. I did not lose the 20. I lost actually not even the 10 pounds. I'm gonna share my results with you guys because they were still amazing even though I did not hit that 20-pound mark. I started off the challenge weighing 139.4 pounds and my overall result was of 130.8 with a total loss of 8.6 pounds. Yep, can't believe I just shared that with you. There goes my privacy and my reputation. Hi mom. I started the challenge with 33% body fat and I ended the challenge with a 26.1% body fat. That to me was incredible. I also measure my body parts, like, you know, chest, arms, legs, calves, hips, waist, and the parts where I lost the most fat from, I lost like an inch and a half from certain areas, but where I lost the most was my chest, which I don't know if I'm happy or sad about that. But I started off with a 38.5 and ended with the 35.5, so there goes that. Now, was it hard? Hell yes, it was hard, especially the eating portion of the whole challenge, and just eating out of this little book at specific times. We had our schedule set on our phones because you have to eat every 3 hours, and it's just hard. Meal prepping takes time. You gotta be very committed, and it really helped the fact that I was doing this with my boyfriend because I didn't have to cook anything different for him and suffer through seeing him eat, you know, the nasty goodies, and me having to eat healthy. So it was very helpful that we were both in the same page. But don't get me wrong, there was people in the challenge, you know, moms that had to go home and cook, you know, regular food for their families, and they were still very committed. And there is an area, very important for me to mention, there's an area in the Raw Fitness gyms where you can leave your babies, like a play area, and still watch them while you're working out. There was couples that I would see would take turns, like one would take care of the baby while one worked out for an hour, and then once they were finished they would, you know, switch. And you know, there is no excuses if you're ready to do this, but definitely the hardest part was the eating portion of it. And considering I'm Latina, half of Las Vegas is my family, And with that said, there's parties going on Monday through Sunday, and being there present and seeing them eat the way that, you know, we like to eat, you know, red meats, fried, tortilla, pan, tostada, topped with a whole bunch of sodium, hot sauce, and cheese and sour cream. Like it's just no joke. That was hard. And them, you know, trying to feed us to our mouth, like eat, try it, just taste it. It was just hard to say no, but we did it. There was, I must confess, one time where I cheated. I was having a horrible day and I thought that was an excuse to go eat a hamburger, so I went over to to Burger King and got me a Whopper. And I kid you not, I got super sick after like the second bite of my burger, and I don't know if it's because I hadn't had red meat in a long time, or if it's because of, you know, my stomach, my system was so clean and I put all that nasty stuff that fast food typically contains. So I regretted that. It was fun. We learned a lot. We are way more educated, and believe it or not, our taste buds changed. And we're still eating many things from the diet they gave us just because we like it. Now, the working out part was very challenging. I do like cardio, but this is something else. It's like a mixture of intense cardio with some sort of cross fitness, and you do it in a, you do it with a group of people. There was moments where I wanted to give out. There was moments where I questioned myself, what the hell am I doing here? I don't want abs anymore, you know, I still want pizza, blah 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 blah. That went on, I think, for the first 2 weeks, because it's the hardest. I was sore, you know, I was working out body parts I didn't know existed, and you know, working out in a group really helped. I was seeing people who were, yeah, slimmer. Some of them were slimmer than me, others were definitely heavier than me, older than me. They had injuries on their knees and on their elbows, and they were still doing a great job. So that would really push myself, and also the trainers who are right there to make sure you're doing everything correctly, the right way, every repetition, every time. So that, and the fact that I shared that I was doing this with you guys online and through my webpage, and because I knew I had to share my results, I think that also had a lot to do with it. That's peer pressure to the max. If you are wondering if I do recommend this, I definitely do. I am not being sponsored to do this video or anything like that. I just wanted to share my experience with you guys. I was tired, I wanted to change. By no means am I saying I'm supermodel status now, but I'm definitely not where I used to be, and that makes me very happy because I'm like headed towards the way I want to look, or I've always wanted to look, and I feel like I finally have control over food, and food doesn't have control over me. I didn't reach the 20 pounds. I did lose my money. You do have to pay, by the way, a fee to join this challenge. If you drop the 20 pounds, you get your money back. And I saw it through people that did hit that 20 pound mark. They got their money back, or they, you know, rolled it over to do another challenge, or enrolled in the gym. There's all sorts of programs that this Raw Fitness gym offers. I will add them all in my webpage. If you cannot afford to do the challenge or enroll in the gym, I know that they do offer a 2 free week trial for the bootcamp classes, so you can go ahead and try it to see if it's too hard, if you like it, or, you know, just take advantage of the 2 free weeks. I really do recommend it. And again, you have to be ready emotionally, mentally, physically. You gotta want it. You gotta be ready for that next step in your life. The fee for this challenge is a little bit high if you really think you don't want to risk it. I feel like you're kind of already failing yourself, because you've got to believe that you want it. I did ask before this challenge, do you think I could lose 20 pounds? And Brian, the guy that manages the Southwest location, told me, you know what, maybe 15, 20, we would have to push extra hard for that stored fat. And I appreciate that. I still enrolled because, you know, me and my boyfriend were doing this together. And I don't regret it. I love it. I love the results. I might actually enroll back into a membership because I really did like it that much, and it's not the same working out at home or at the gym. I just really enjoyed working out in group and having that trainer in my ear. Special thanks to the creator and founder of this, Justin. Seriously, you're changing a lot of lives, so congratulations for that. To all the trainers, especially Keith, who would keep it extra fun. And that's Keith right there.
Too easy!
Of course, special super thank you to my boyfriend for seriously pretty much pushing me to do this challenge. And well, that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Cyber hugs and cyber besos. Till next time.